Imagine lying face down in an open field for 3 straight days. You cannot stand up. You cannot even scratch your face. Maybe an ant is crawling across your eyelid, but if you move even slightly, your death could be certain. Inside your ghillie suit, the temperature has climbed past 120 degrees Fahrenheit, while your muscles are screaming in pain. And even though you are in this position, you cannot simply fire your weapon whenever you want, because the real purpose of most sniper missions is not shooting. In Hollywood movies, we often see a lone gunman sitting on a rooftop shooting a target, then walking away proudly. But reality is nowhere near that. US Army snipers almost always work in teams of 2 or 3. One is the shooter, while another is the spotter or observer. In fact, a sniper's primary job is surveillance, remaining hidden, observing enemy movements, and sending reports back to the command center. That means sometimes they have to stay hidden in the same position for 3 or 4 days without firing a single shot. So the question is, how do you survive 72 straight hours inside this moving oven called a ghillie suit, made from burlap and jute? The preparation actually begins long before the mission starts. Most military snipers make their own ghillie suits by hand, and it can take several weeks to build one. A net-like material is attached to the back of a standard battle uniform. Pieces of burlap, jute strands, and synthetic fibers are tied onto it by hand. They are arranged in patterns designed to prevent the enemy from recognizing the human shape of the sniper. However, the front of the suit is left relatively clear and reinforced with heavy-duty Cordura fabric, because snipers spend most of their time crawling on their stomachs. Even when the weather is normal, the temperature inside the suit can rise above 50 degrees Celsius, or 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Pre-made camouflage or ghillie suits do not perfectly match the environment around them. So when snipers reach their mission area, they attach local leaves and vegetation to the suit. But after a few hours, those leaves dry out. Then they have to quietly replace them with fresh vegetation without making a sound. When the sniper team reaches its hiding position, the real discipline begins. They create a rotation system for resting. While one person watches, the other rests. They divide responsibilities: who stays behind the scope and who records the information. According to Army manuals, even activities as observation, eating, resting, and going to the bathroom are planned in advance. In other words, almost every bodily function is scheduled beforehand. And sleeping does not mean getting comfortable rest. While wearing the ghillie suit, they have to sleep face down on the ground for only 20 to 30 minutes at a time. During that period, their partner remains awake and keeps watch. Even the slightest sound could mean that an enemy is approaching, so they can never completely relax. For food, they rely on MREs, or meals ready to eat, but they cannot use the chemical heaters that come with them, because the smell could alert the enemy from a distance. Especially in the field, hungry soldiers can have extremely sharp senses, so they eat everything cold. Many snipers prefer energy gels or dry foods because they make less noise while eating and produce less waste. At the same time, they have to eat extremely slowly while staying as close to the ground as possible. Now, everyone may wonder, how do they handle going to the bathroom? When you're stuck in one position and cannot move freely, your options are extremely limited. To urinate, they slightly turn to one side and use a wide-mouth Gatorade bottle so they don't have to move very much. For bowel movements, they use the bags included with their MRE packs. One of the biggest rules of special operations is that you can't leave any trace behind. All waste has to be packed into bags and carried back with them. This is not simply about cleanliness. The smell of human waste can be detected from a distance by tracking dogs. That's why they have to be so careful. Many snipers eat specific foods before a mission to reduce the need to use the bathroom. Some even drastically reduce their food intake several days before the mission. One of the greatest examples of this incredible mental strength was legendary Marine sniper Carlos Hathcock during the Vietnam War. He volunteered for a mission to eliminate an enemy general. He spent 4 days and 3 nights without sleeping, crawling approximately 1,500 yards across open terrain. To keep his trail and tracks as small as possible, he moved extremely slowly while lying on his side. Enemy guards even walked within arm's reach of him without noticing him. From about 700 yards away, he fired just 1 shot and hit the general in the chest. Then he crawled back along the same route, which took him another 3 days. The enemy searched for him the entire time, but they never managed to see him even once. The hardest part of staying hidden for 72 hours is not necessarily the physical pain, it's the mental battle. Imagine a mosquito biting your eyelid while you are forbidden to move. And imagine your instructor watching your every movement through a powerful scope while you cannot even swat the mosquito away. At sniper school, candidates may have to crawl and cover only about 5 feet per hour. One tiny mistake, one unnecessary movement, or even a slight flash of sunlight reflecting from the rifle barrel can give everything away. In one Army sniper school class, 46 people started the course, but after 7 weeks, only 4 were able to graduate. Instructors say that one of the most important qualities required to become a sniper is an extremely high tolerance for discomfort, because remaining invisible for 72 hours can force the body to endure extraordinary physical hardship while suppressing almost every natural reflex and instinct. This is not the fantasy we see in movies. It's about extraordinary patience, the ability to endure pain and discomfort, and a level of mental toughness that is almost never captured on camera.